Hello, Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to the second last round of the first ever season of the Elite Challenge League. And here in Rustboro City, we have the Rustboro Rockies hosting the Lumiose Lightning. Now, the Rockies are going to start out with Caracosta and Rhyperia, whereas the Lumiose Lightning are going to start out with Dracozolt and Raichu. Now, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today, the Rustboro Rockies or the Lumiose Lightning. Raichu is going to start out in its Cantonian form, and it's going to go with the final gambit. So already Raichu is going to eliminate itself. And it tries hard to take Rhyperia down with it and gets it into the yellow, but Rhyperia holds on, and Rhyperia, massively bulky Pokemon, has that 130 defense, so it can take a hit. Now Dracozolt's going to follow it up with a Fire Spin. This isn't going to be very effective on whoever it hits, and goes for Caracosta, who is a Water Rock type. Does very minimal damage. So Rhyperia now can just focus solely on Dracozolt. Goes with a Kinesis though, so it's not going to go for an offensive move. A Kinesis though is going to lower Dracozolt's accuracy. Now Caracosta is looking to follow up, also being able to focus solely on Dracozolt, and it's going to go with the Cosmic Power. So again, not going for an offensive move, instead shoots up those beautiful stars from the ground, and Caracosta there boosting its defense and special defense, and actually taking more damage from the Fire Spin in between turns than what it did initially from Dracozolt. Now Lumiose Lightning already going to be sending out their third Pokemon, and it's the Evolution Jolteon, so another speedy Pokemon coming out to replace Raichu. Jolteon's going to go for its first move of the matchup, see if it can do much better than Raichu did. It's going to go with the Nightshade, so you know already it's off to a better start than Raichu. Targeting Rhyperia there, and Rhyperia just holds on. I actually thought we were about to see an elimination there. Dracozolt though, going to go with a Blast Burn. If it goes for Rhyperia, it could finish it off. But instead it goes for Caracosta, so continuing to hit Caracosta with those Fire-type moves. Rhyperia, who's still in this battle, is going to go with an Accelerock. Targets Jolteon with that, gets a very good hit in there, welcoming Jolteon to the field. Caracosta is going to follow it up with a Brutal Swing. This is going to hit everybody on the field. It should take out Rhyperia, and it does. So Caracosta is taking out its own teammate. And we're back to being level here with 5 apiece on both sides as Caracosta continues to take damage from that Fire Spin. Armaldo now coming out for the Rustboro Rockies. Now, as always, remember, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, and if we hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. As Jolteon sets up for its turn. And it's going to go with a charge here, so it's not going to go for an offensive move. It's going to boost its stats, though. See if we can capitalize on that as it charges that power. So Jolteon boosting that special defense as Dracozolt has to recharge. Armaldo is going to go with a Bullet Seed. Goes for Jolteon here, connects with the first hit, taking it down into the red. This second one might be able to finish it off, and it does, so Jolteon has been eliminated by Armaldo. That's a good hit rate for Armaldo coming onto the field. Caracosta again with the chance to focus solely on Dracozolt. It's going to go with a Teeter Dance, so it's actually going to confuse both Armaldo and Dracozolt with this Teeter Dance. See if it pays off for the Rustboro Rockies, because that could backfire if Armaldo starts hitting itself. Caracosta continuing to take damage from that Fire Spin, which takes it down into the yellow, so it's below half its health. We have Toxtricity now coming out for the Lumiose Lightning, the Poison Electric type. Now, the Rustboro Rockies definitely want the win here today. They are sitting 6th, and with only this game and next week left until the championship trials, they want to qualify for that. So if they get the win here today, clearly they're going to boost their chances, as that Seed Bomb from Toxtricity is going to eliminate Caracosta. Super effective hit. Takes down the Fossil. Dracozolt going to try and shake off its confusion here, and it is successful. I'm going to get a Gust in the way of targeting Armaldo. Gets a critical hit with that, but the Rock typing prevents it from being a super effective hit, as Armaldo is also a Bug type. Armaldo shakes off its confusion as well. And it's going to go for the Echoed Voice. Targeting Dracozolt here. Doesn't do a great deal of damage, however. Aurorus now, another fossil Pokemon coming out for the Rustboro Rockies, and it's got that Snow Warning hidden ability, so it's actually going to start to hail on the field. This hail is going to hit everybody except for Aurorus, so even Armaldo is going to be taking damage. Armaldo not getting a great deal of help from its teammates. It's already been confused by Caracosta, and now it's going to be getting hit by that hail. This Toxtricity goes with a Leaf Tornado, welcoming Aurorus to the battlefield, and a very good hit. Super effective, and it's also going to lower Aurorus' accuracy. Dracozolt now snaps out of its confusion. And it's going to go with a Mist Ball. Also going for Aurorus. Aurorus has already been taken down into the yellow. Now Aurorus' special attack's been lowered. Lumiose Lightning looking to lower as many of the stats of Aurorus as they can, as Aurorus is going to go with a double kick. Going for Dracozolt here, gets that first kick. There's the second one. Dracozolt's still holding on in the green, so it's got more than half its health left. Armaldo doesn't shake off its confusion and hits itself in the process, as everyone now is going to take damage from that hail. Dracozolt getting taken down into the yellow, Toxtricity taking its first damage of the matchup. Now, Lumiose Lightning are on an 8-game losing streak, so they've been ruled out of making the championship trials. They can play spoiler for the Rustboro Rockies here today, but 8 games in a row. I'm not even sure we've seen any other team lose that many in a row this season. Dracozolt goes with the swag and boosted special defense. We get a Hurricane now coming from Toxtricity. Goes for Armaldo here, and an amazing hit, taking Armaldo down into the red, who's just holding on. If it takes another hit, it could be finished off. As we see a Mist Ball coming from Aurorus, but it does miss. Armaldo hits itself in its confusion, so Armaldo has actually eliminated itself from this matchup. And the Lumiose Lightning have taken the lead. That hail continues to hit the Lumiose Lightning, but I cannot believe Armaldo was taken out of this battle due to the confusion. We have Aerodactyl now coming out for the Rustboro Rockies. With that unnerve ability, is going to make the Lumiose Lightning too nervous to eat their berries. Aerodactyl with the speed advantage on the field. Goes with the Trick or Treat. It's going to add the Ghost type into its target. Looks like it's going to go for Dracozolt here. So Dracozolt's now attained that Ghost type. See if that's a benefit, because now it'll be immune to normal and fighting type attacks. Get a Drill Run though coming from Dracozolt. Goes for Aurorus and it finishes it off. Aurorus has been eliminated with that super effective hit. Very good move there by Dracozolt. Now Toxtricity can focus in on Aerodactyl. It's going to go for a Water Spout. This will be super effective on the Rock Flying type. And it's a one-hit wonder. Aerodactyl has been eliminated, and the Lumiose Lightning have taken a massive lead. As the Rustboro Rockies are down to their final Pokemon, there are still 4 Pokemon remaining on the Lumiose Lightning. Looks like the Lightning have all the chances to end that losing streak as Gigalith comes out as the final Pokemon for the Rustboro Rockies. And we've seen Gigalith have some impressive matches this season. It's going to have the perfect game today to finish off the Lumiose Lightning. Toxtricity is going to go with the stored power. Doesn't do a great deal of damage though to Gigalith. Gigalith has that 130 physical defense, so it can take hits and it can dish them back out with that 135 physical attack, as that Swift is not very effective on Gigalith. Gigalith goes for its first move of the matchup. It's going to go with the Strength Sap and targets Toxtricity. Toxtricity's attack's going to be lowered here, and it's going to restore Gigalith's health in the process. Could be a good way to weaken those stats of Toxtricity, who's having a very good matchup so far. And Hail still continuing to hit the Lumiose Lightning on the field. It even hits Gigalith though. If Gigalith can come out with a ground type move like an Earthquake, you have to think it'll do amazing for the Rockies, but instead we're going to get a Crab Hammer from Toxtricity, which almost finishes Gigalith off. It is a super effective critical hit. Gigalith is down in the red. Dracozolt could capitalize and get the win right now, but instead goes for a defense curl. So Gigalith will at least last till the end of this turn, unless it does an explosion, which for the Rustboro Rockies' sake I hope we don't see. And instead we get an extreme speed now coming from Gigalith. Goes for Toxtricity, a very good hit. Takes Toxtricity down into the yellow as that hail finally stops over the battlefield. And both Dracozolt and Toxtricity are in the yellow, so Gigalith has the potential to finish him off. That speed advantage does go to Lumiose Lightning as Dracozolt goes with the power swap. So it's going to switch all its changes to its attack and special attack with Gigalith here, as Toxtricity now is going to go with a Draco Meteor, but Gigalith avoids that attack. So Gigalith is still holding on. It's now going to go for the Bubble Beam. This won't be very effective on the electric types. Goes for Dracozolt, who's also got that Dragon typing. It does very minimal damage to the Electric Dragon. Dracozolt now is going to go with the Ice Punch. This should get the job done, which means that winning streak, that losing streak, sorry, for the Lumiose Lightning has ended because Gigalith is eliminated and the Lumiose Lightning wins. So the Rustboro Rockies are still at a risk of being knocked out of the championship trials. They will need to win next week to lock up their spot. But well done by the Lumiose Lightning to do their best to play spoiler for the Rockies. See if they can. They won't actually have to worry about doing that next week because they'll be facing the Viridian Fissure in Viridian City. Both those sides cannot make the championship trials. Whereas the Rustboro Rockies will instead be going to Snowpoint City to face the Snowpoint Frost. So, the Snowpoint Frost have had a very poor season. They are actually at risk of getting the first ever wooden spoon in the Elite Challenge League. See if the Rustboro Rockies can contribute to that and lock up their spot in the championship trials in the process. But well done by Dracozolt and Toxtricity. They entirely turned this matchup around for the Lumiose Lightning, considering Raichu took itself out of the matchup with its very first move. Very impressive. Even that one-hit wonder over Aerodactyl from Toxtricity. I love to see those throughout the season. And Dracozolt finishing off Gigalith. Fantastic. The Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field today. And if you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you next time.